Omni-Man is here and it's amazing. This morning sucked. If you're on Xbox like I am, this dude didn't come out till 2.5 hours after PlayStation got Omni-Man. So I've been on practicing for a bit and I think my combos are decent, but they're not going to be as perfect as somebody who's been playing for 3 hours. So Omni-Man is all about the stance, and I actually think stances were harder in games like Mk1. I don't know why. I feel like it flows much smoother to do in this game than it did in something like Mk1. 1-2 is an amazing string. It is high mid, right? Does almost 5% damage, and look at this. When I put the opponent to block all, the second hit is +3. So you can stagger this so well, or go into a jailed poke, or go into a grab, all those sorts of things. It's also going to be your fastest punish button, which is stand 1, so you're going to be using 1-2 a whole lot. It has a finisher right here, which just grants a hard knockdown. I'm not sure if you can combo with it on Scorpion. Maybe if you're really good, like really close timing. Oh my, okay. I'm so serious, Scorpion might be the best cameo with him. I didn't get it right there, but yeah, that is into a finisher that is 0 on block. Completely safe. So complete mind game with the Scorpion cameo. Yo, I am so onto something. Oh yeah, this'll work. Oh my, yeah, Scorpion cameo is the best. I keep accidentally backdashing, but again, I have like 30 minutes on the character or less, probably 20 minutes. So your main mid is going to be either back 1-2, and that's mid-mid, or back 1-1, which is mid-high, kind of like Scorpions, and leads into a full launch. It's crazy how similar to Scorpions this mid is. It's -7 on block on the second hit. It is a 12-frame startup mid. It's a little longer range than Scorpions, so I'll give him that. But it's very, very similar if you're used to Scorpions. And then the reason you would want to use back 1-2 for the mid-mid is it's -6, so, you know, a little less punishable. And also, because it's a launching string just like Scorpions, opponents are going to duck the second hit of the launch and get full combo punishes on you. It's going to work exactly like Scorpions 4-3-4 in this game, or 4-3-2, whatever it is. Stand 2 is alright. It's 9 frames instead of 7 frames like a stand 1, and it doesn't grant any plus frames, but what it is great at is it's giving you an overhead in the string. And I bet you we can convert like this as well. I know I can. Oh my, give it to me. Oh my, I dropped it, but yeah. Holy, Scorpion's gonna be the best. Everyone's gonna copy me. Let it be known, Diff was first on this. So yeah, you get a little overhead mix-up right here, especially because so many people are scared of Omni-Man's lows. It's not a true mix-up. You would probably need a cameo that had a low, kind of like Frost, or, you know, a Kung Lao low hat. So yeah, Scorpion might not give you the mix because this is an overhead just like that. But come on, give it to him, give it to him. Around the World is a quick overhead. It is -14 on block, so you're not gonna wanna throw it out, you know, just wherever. It's not gonna go well for you. But it is just a fast overhead. It could catch people lacking. It's not my favorite move he has, you know, because again, that overhead's gonna get you fully punished if it's blocked. The fact that 4-3 is low into mid, and it's like, what, 14 frame startup? It is crazy. So yeah, Omni-Man gets the low starters, so this could mix you up with the second hit overhead, but this right here is a crazy low in the mid, because it can't be ducked. It launches by itself in the corner, right? Like, that's wild. So mid-screen, it might only be comboable with special moves, but with Omni-Man, is that even a problem? Because you could just go right into here, throw him up in the air. I wish I could get this combo down while talking. So this move is -11 on block, so it's unsafe. It's a quick punish, but it would be punishable. But that's where Scorpion is just the best with Omni-Man, because we go ahead and pull him right out of it. Even if you don't want to use Scorpion to keep that safe, you know, like pulling you out just like this, you know, I would dodge that, you know, dash attack from Reptile or his death roll if he tried to armor out of it. You could just call in the enhanced stance, because yeah, he gets 4 hits to dodge with that. That's insane. It might even be more than 4 hits. It might just be a timer. But we saw in the trailer Liu Kang go for 4 attacks, and Omni-Man just slipped all 4 of them. The only thing that could get you if you try that strategy is armored moves will go through it. So the opponent can armor out of that. I'm going to guess a lot of people are going to resort to armoring through Omni-Man a lot as we learn more about this character, and people are just always calling this to keep themselves safe, and then maybe throwing on Tremor armor while they're doing it. That'll be insane. His sweeps and stuff are pretty standard. It's nice that his back four has decent range, but it's -7, so, you know. And then his down four has -6 as well. He's not a character that's going to get a whole lot of plus frame pokes. He's kind of like Scorpion in that aspect, except he gets way more sauce. So yeah, you have a -6 option, a -7 option, a -8 option, and a -8 option. Your options aren't great. Down 2 is literally more safe than any of your pokes. So you remember how I called Omni-Man's back 1 mid, his 12 frame one, very similar to Scorpion's because the second hit can be ducked and it's -7 on block? Well, that's where Omni-Man gets something a little better. He gets a second mid option that Scorpion doesn't get. It launches the same way, but it is mid-mid. It cannot be ducked. Its weaknesses, it's 17 frames, so it's definitely reactable. So yeah, it is a completely safe mid-mid launcher. The opponent has to block both of those hits, otherwise they're going to get hit. You're not going to be able to mash out of it. There might be a gap here. I'm not sure yet. We'll, you know, wait and see. So yeah, its big weakness is the fact that it's slow, but it can get full combos out of it. So it's crazy. That was 30%, and again, I don't know what I'm doing really yet. The other advantage of this string is this right here is dial in. The move will only come out if it hits. That is 21%. If the opponent blocks it, it stops after these 2 hits. So yeah, a freebie 21%. If say you don't hit confirm this second hit right here, you kind of miss it. If you just input the final hit and he gets hit, 21%. Now for the air moves, there's an assortment of it. This one right here is going to be 1-2. If you want to catch the opponent, you need to kind of delay it a little bit, kind of like Scorpion's jump 1-2. A lot of Omni-Man's properties feel like they were based off Scorpion's properties. This jump 1-2 feels exactly like Scorpion's jump 1-2. Almost identically in the way the gravity and the hit animation works. Now, we can also do 1-2, 1+3. It does a ton of damage, even if you don't know what you're doing yet. Ends like that, that was 25%. That was the crazy easiest 25% I've ever gotten in my life. That final hit's doing like 7 or 8%. And even if you haven't mastered all of the air combos yet that I'm going to be showing you how crazy they get, you can always end with that one and have a really great combo ender. You don't even have to worry about trying to cancel into this stance in the air to get the really, really powerful ender, which is this one, doing like 18% by itself. You can just end it like that. 32%. I didn't really have to think about it. It was 1 bar. I know it's not a whole ton of damage, but for day 1, when you're just trying to learn the character, that's a really easy combo. I only did it twice. Like, I'd never done it before, and it only took me 2 tries to learn. His other one is 2-1 and 2-1-2, which kind of work like Scorpion's 1-1-1, so it'll look like this. The first bit kind of just looks like the 1-2, but much quicker, and then really what you're going to use this one is 2-1-2 in the air. It pushes the opponent farther, so a little more damage, and, you know, it's going to have different properties, obviously. Then we have 2-1-2-1. I actually haven't done it yet. I think it's going to be a hard knockdown. Yeah, just a hard knockdown. I don't know if you can pair Scorpion with that one necessarily. I mean, there may be a way you can. Yeah, no, you can't. And that's it. His jump attacks are really basic because, yeah, he gets a ton of air movement. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about. He's an air dash. It's forward and your left trigger button, or maybe your left bumper button on PlayStation. You can look at the move list, but yeah, it's just a direction and 1 input. Oh yeah, that reminds me, how I was dashing through. So that's just normally a dash. Like if I miss, it's just a dash. That move becomes an attack if you run into them. Like that, and you could continue the combo like you've been seeing. That's all I want to talk about for the moves. Let's go to the special move list. It looks overwhelming, but he actually doesn't have that many moves. It's because everything can be done in the air. Now, the only tricky part is things have different properties in the air. The basic ones are his clap, which is just a projectile, just like that. On the ground, it looks like this. It's just a really good 8% hard knockdown. It can't go full screen, but it's pretty dope. Yeah, not even the enhanced version can. It just does a little extra damage. So that was your back forward 1. Then we have the body slam, which just looks so funny. You just chest, you know, bop them. Kind of like the, you know, fist. It doesn't do much when you amplify it. It's just a little extra damage and maybe more knockdown pressure. Kind of does the exact same thing in the air. Yeah, this doesn't have a different property when it lands either. It just hits for more damage. So you're not really going to want to amplify either this move on the ground or in the air, or this one right here on the ground or in the air. So that's back forward 1 and back forward 2 respectively. Here's where we get into the stance. It's down back 3 to float. As I've talked about before, if you amplify it, you're invincible for a few seconds, so he'll slip all the moves. If you do back forward 3, 1, it's your launcher. It's pretty cool. You've been seeing me do it. If you do a back forward 3 and then hit 2, it's this. It's a great combo ender. Does 18 or 19%. If you do this one right here, it's a launcher. And that one is down back 3 into 4. And look at that. You can do the stance twice in one combo. I'm not sure how much of that scales because that only did 27%. But yeah, you do have the option to do both if you feel like it. You could also do something like that where you go into your second launching mid. That's a little slower but more damage, but the window is going to be tighter. So next is your down back 3, 3, and that's going to launch. Unless the opponent is all the way in the corner like this, it's going to be difficult to confirm this, like at any point. But you see that? If we've got Scorpion, it becomes comboable. Scorpion just opens up this character tremendously. So many moves become whole combos for Omni-Man. It's kind of incredible. I messed that one up. You can also cancel the stance with down block button, which is pretty cool. I mean, you could do some block pressure like that, but the recovery is really slow. But you can also teleport behind, but it's been weird for me. Like, it's almost like when the opponent's on hit stun, it's less reliable than when I'm just sitting there doing it. So I think the main difference between the one going through you and the one where you're just canceling straight in front is this startup is much quicker, but longer recovery. If you go through, it takes a second to start up, but you recover much quicker. His back forward 4 is just a hard knockdown. It's all right. It's 6% damage, but what makes it great is it's a full screen overhead launcher. Now, doing it, you are super unsafe, so that was -25. I can't really tell. The frames seem to change. Like, that was -22, so maybe it's the height that you perform it. Let's see what that one is, -26. So yeah, it's all over the place. It seems to differ, like based on distance away and height, both play a part. So yeah, a full screen overhead launch, but it is punishable. So I talked about the combo ability of this move right here, you know, with Scorpion, but look at the frame data. That is -1 for an overhead. What? An overhead that combos in the corner and an overhead that combos anywhere with Scorpion. On top of that, it's full screen. It's not as fast as this one right here. Definitely not, but pretty comparable. Definitely pretty comparable. Look how quickly I can do that. And oh my, that's just, it's crazy. So yeah, full combo launcher. It can be done in the air. It can be done on the ground. And imagine you're counter zoning. You jump up really quick, float, all that takes, and you're getting a full combo punish. If somehow the opponent recovers in time and you mess it up, you're completely safe. That's about it for my overview. I would give Scorpion a shot as your cameo to play with Omni-Man first until Tremor comes out. I'm sure there will be other good cameos, but I think I'm maybe the first that's going to call this out, that it's an amazing duo, as I've shown in this video. Just gonna go ahead and make a full combo video instead of putting one in this. So I'll have 2 combos right here just for fun. But yeah, expect that upload out shortly. I appreciate all the support. I'm hype for Omni-Man. He's kind of cheap and he plays like Scorpion, so I might have a new main.